Congratulations, you found the one station that plays Ghana's best urban music.
YFM.
Listen to YFM 107.9 Accra, 102.5 Kumasi, and 97.9 at Takoradi.
Hi guys, this is Rev SK, host of the mid-morning radio show on Y107.9 FM, of course, live on YTV. Right here inside Osu at the Impact Hub. Today having a conversation with a very special individual when it comes to creatives and Africa. The France mission to Africa and of course Ghana has played a key role in elevating creatives. Now I'm joined this evening by Nguyen Binh. She's actually the president of the Institut Français in Paris. She's joined us today on a visit, to interact with creatives. They just finished a very beautiful session with some of the partners and participants from our Creation Africa, the last one. So I'm basically here as YFM to also find out, as a media partner, to find out a few things, from her directly. Good evening and welcome to Ghana.
Good evening. Thank you for hosting me.
Perfect. I really wish I could start off with some French words, but I think off the basics I learned, I can say bienvenue to Ghana.
Merci.
Yes. So I did perfect with that. Now,
right.
you are here in Ghana. Would this be your first time in Ghana?
Yes, absolutely. It's my first time in Ghana.
Perfect.
And obviously not the last.
Not the last one. Means she's going to come back sometime soon. But how do you see Ghana? You love it here so far?
Actually, I wanted to come to Ghana and I've been wanting for some time now because I can feel from Paris that there is so much creativity in the industries, creative industries, cultural industries as we call them. And I really wanted to come and see and meet and listen.
Perfect. I'm hearing for the first time your position, president of Institut, du Français in Paris. Can you briefly tell us what the Institute is about, what your purpose is as a president, what do you do day to day?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Institut Français, the French Institute in English, is an institution that works for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Culture in France. We have several missions. One is to promote French culture and French language. The second is to engage with creatives from the partner countries to think about joint projects and cooperate. So we strongly believe in cultural cooperation with our partners. So definitely we work with the Institut Français around the world, about 100. We work with the French embassies, but we also work with the Alliance Française. So Alliance Française are local associations, Institut Français are more like departments of the embassies. So I think the beauty of what we do is that we really try to develop, deepen, initiate partnerships. So we have an amazing networks of institutions, individuals we work with, and basically I came to meet them here in Ghana.
Great. So how has your interaction with them been so far? I witnessed it. You were keenly listening. Specific things you picked from your interactions with them?
Actually, I wanted specifically to listen to what the creatives here in Ghana had to say about our latest program, Création Africa Ghana, Creation Africa, because it's a program with somehow a new orientation for us, which is really much focused on entrepreneurship, business oriented in culture and arts, and providing the tools to meet up the needs of the creatives. So I really wanted to listen to those who have been through this program to see what they got out of the program and also how we can better the program. That's why we had this session, but before I joined you for the session of listening to all these Ghanaian creatives, I already spent 2 days to meet people, visit places, try to understand. It's very short, but even in a short span of time, I can, hear a lot of things and go back to Paris with more ideas.
I love that. The main mission behind, the Institut du Français, that's a French institute, as you mentioned, is to basically explore the culture of, France or French culture and, inculcate it in the cultures of the world. I'm sure you have seen so much about Ghana, heard so much about Ghana. In terms of our creators and the culture we have, for our creators, what is the impression out there? How do you see Ghana when it comes to the creator culture?
Yeah. First of all, as you know, the population of Ghana is very young, and in this young population, in these young communities, there is really a strong will to move forward. There is an energy that is very special, and a lot of talent. I think people are well educated, they can speak very well. You don't find that in every country, and they are eager to take concrete actions. As far as France is concerned, I think the partnerships are not so developed. I think we're getting there. We're getting there, and so there is a whole space that that is there in front of us to develop more actions together. I think as far as our missions are concerned, I mean, we are not anymore about we bring you French wisdom, French artists, French know-how. It's not the way we want to work anymore. I think it used to be like that before.
That's well said.
I think now it's really what is it that you want to do? What is it that we can do together? And I think our mission now is a lot of about to give this support that
push,
that push, and also to connect. I think I heard so many times the need to connect with professionals from other countries, other African countries, French countries, European, etc. And because we are such a big network, we can help to do these connections.
Yes, that's beautiful. I know as an institute, you definitely do assessments when it comes to your mission. You have a goal you set out, and you value and evaluate it at some point to see how far we're going. It's been so many years since the French and the Ghanaian diplomatic association came about. How do you evaluate the relationship that's found? I mean, for as long as you've worked under your institute, how do you see our relationship? Is it getting better? How's the future looking like? What are some of the things you're looking forward to implementing in the near future, aside these ones that we've spoken about?
Well, I think the relation, I think we're good. I mean, they've been always good, most probably, but they've not been very close. And I think we are closening on our relations. I think it's really the will of our president, President Macron, who came to Ghana in 2018. I think he has a very wide view and vision on the African continent, and definitely the idea is really to deepen the relations with Ghana. I mean, we are doing it in the creative fields, but it's not only in the creative fields, and I think you would find that in all the other sectors. Indeed, there is a lot of work to be done. I think there is also a lot of knowledge about each other that can be improved. I think we've had great ambassadors here, wonderful ambassador as well. This is the daily job of the embassy, but I think to get to know each other better is really already something that is important. And doing this, what we are doing with the Création Africa or other programs in the cultural field, I've heard so many of the young creatives who had never worked with French people before, and now they are, now we are in the scope. Now we are in their scope, but they're in our scope as well.
That's beautiful. I am personally a big witness to the Creation Africa project. I believe right from the onset here in Ghana, that people didn't really know much, but I work with a radio station, Ghana's #1 urban radio station, and we have the #1 youth numbers, and for so many years we've educated and empowered young people through music, through arts. Let me date it back to when arts and creative arts weren't really the niche when it comes to driving the youth to take up their lives. Now it's a thing everybody's doing. Like, people are having a voice. People are creating things and representing the mindsets of the young people. We're addressing social issues through arts. We're doing all that. Right from the onset, I saw how Creation Africa became a thing. I was part of the first set of people to interview the reps from the France embassy to talk about Creation Africa. And I did see how the entire project went and how it's looking like at the moment. Now I want to find out from you, what role is your institute playing in amplifying Creation Africa? How far are you looking at taking it?
Well, I mean, the Institut the Institut Français here in Ghana, not me directly from Paris, but is responsible for implementing Création Africa. I mean, you talk about the embassy, you talk about the Institut, is the same, and we work very closely with the Alliance Française. Indeed, the idea is not to launch Création Africa and then there's
Just go,
nothing.
yeah.
So as I was saying to the people I was talking to, the idea is that Création Africa is the start of a new journey with a new angle on how we want to work, on how beneficial it has to be for both sides, not only for the French people, but indeed for the Ghanaian. It's like we want it to be really a win-win relation. So definitely, this is also why I came. This is also why I had this session. What is it that you need now? What is it that you want from us? And definitely, Création Africa as a first step for this new program was as really a
success,
a success, but cannot stop here. Cannot stop here. So we are already thinking about phase 2, but also other projects, other projects to again create this connection, improve the information, because I think there is also an issue about the access to information. This is what they said. How do we know which kind of opportunities there are? And also the mobility. There is a need for artists to move around. I mean, they have to be able to move around in Africa, be able to move around to France, to the US, to other countries of Europe. What are there as opportunities? I think that's a big issue, because creatives really, get nurtured by the encounters, by what they see, by who they listen to, and so they have to be able to see what's going on elsewhere as well, in order to bring back more.
To be more creative. To
be more creative, more wealth to Ghana.
That's beautiful. This is a question I personally wanted to ask, and so we've said so much. You mentioned countries to be able to go to the US and the rest as a mission. Okay. Everyone would definitely want to work with ease. There are French countries, there are countries that speak French. There's Ivory Coast, there are other countries, around Ghana, West Africa that speak French. Now, how significant is it for you as a mission to expand your projects and to expand your mission's influence beyond Francophone countries, and to even come to a country like Ghana? Because you would ideally think, we speak English, we barely speak French. There's a part of our curriculum growing up that teaches us French, but it's not really an enforced bit of our culture and growing up. And so why is it important? What significance is it to a mission like yours to expand your reach to places like Ghana, an Anglophone country?
Well, I think the idea is to take the African continent as it is, with all its diversity, and not to focus on one particular region or another. I think the French-speaking countries, we work with them. I mean, they are great. There is also a lot of creativity in them, a lot of talents. But we should definitely also not ignore the talent and creativity in the other countries of Africa. So definitely that's a global policy.
Okay, great. I'd like to appreciate you. I know you're very busy, but these things I've asked are very important, and I'm glad you've answered them, the right way. I just look forward to coming back here or anywhere sometime soon when you come back. Final thing I want to find out from you, as you're going back to, Paris, what are you taking back with you from Ghana? What are you going to tell your first friend or your colleague that meets you back at work? What are you going to do beyond what you're going to write on paper? What are you going to take back?
The energy.
Okay.
The energy. I was very impressed also by the way the people I met are very structured. I mean, when they talk, they know what they're saying, and they're very convincing. They're very convincing.
It's a talent.
No, that's a talent, but also because I visited their projects, etc. But I would like to say also that something we discussed is that, and it's a link with Création Africa, is that the need for the projects to be sustainable.
Yes.
I mean, it's not only we give a grant, it gives a push. No, it's not the idea. It's how do we make this sustainable, and also sustainable to the point that they don't need grants from anyone, not from us, not from anyone.
Self-reliant.
Self-relying, and I think that's an issue that we've discussed a lot. That's something I will bring back to Paris as well, because definitely I think it should be at the heart of our thinking.
Lovely. Did they give you any nice food yet?
Absolutely. I was fed so much. No, I ate several times. the name. I do not. No, the nofo, the rice. Yeah, the rice.
Jollof.
Jollof. Yeah.
Jollof. Yes.
Jollof. I ate twice already.
Twice,
Yeah,
okay.
Twice in 3 days. I think that's a good one. Yeah. No. I was.
I'm going to leave you with this. Don't let anybody tell you different. We have the best jollof here in Africa. The rest will try to convince you. We are the most convincing, as you said. Thank you so much for spending time with us at YFM.
Thank you so much.
I wish you the very best on this mission, and we will definitely rally behind the Creation Africa like we've always been and see it to fruition. We're looking forward to getting to a point where creators will be self-reliant, like you mentioned. And I'd like to use this opportunity to also say a big thank you to you and the French mission, for all the effort you've put in, ensuring that creators are taken care of. Nobody's listening to us, and it looks like the French mission is the only ears listening to us. Thank you so much. We'll leave you to go back to the rest of your activities.
Okay.
Do enjoy the rest of your evening. A safe flight when you're going back. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. Guys, so this has been a beautiful conversation right here in Osu at the Impact Hub about the Creation Africa and beyond. We just spoke to Mrs. Is this Mrs. right? Or Madame?
Yeah, Madame. Yeah,
Madame, yes, Madame. That's the right one. Madame Eva Nguyen Binh from the French Institut, all the way inside Paris, visiting Ghana for the first time. It's not going to be the last time, by the way. Do stay tuned. It's been YTV, YFM. That's how we do it. Keep yearning for more.